Hey everybody, I know I haven't done a video in a while, but I have had a lot going on over here. So first of all, the last time I think I put up a video was something like 6 months ago, or maybe it was like April, but 6 months ago, I definitely put up a video that I called Cut the Shit, Reframe Your Thinking, Regain Your Life. And the reason that I did that is because that is the name of my new book, and I am so excited to tell you it is finally out. Woohoo! So it did get it published on September 26th. It is available on Amazon, so you guys please go check it out. It is available both on a paperback and an ebook, so I really hope you go and check it out. It is called Cut the Shit by me, Beck Nelson, LMFT. I'm so excited it's out. Thank you for your support. For those of you who have already gotten a copy of it and given me your comments, I really appreciate that. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that I rebranded my website. So I took my current business, which is the Healing Center, Hope Counseling and Mediation Center, and I sort of broke off my metaphysical services and everything that I have to offer aside from the mental health piece that we do here at Hope Counseling. And I got my new website up and running, and it is Beck Nelson, my name.com. Woohoo! And that's the other thing that I'm celebrating. So those two things really have happened over the past 6 months. So on the first page of my website, you can take your what is your self-sabotage specialty quiz, and it will give you the results if you go onto there and log in. So I'm going to go over the basic 4 ways that people can self-sabotage that are tested on this on the quiz that on my website. And obviously there's many ways that you can self-sabotage, but I'm going to briefly go over the 4 of them, and then you can take the quiz if you want to kind of more in-depth results and see which one you test positive for. So the first one is called cognitive dissonance. Now, this is probably the one that comes up for most from my clients, but also what people tell me. So cognitive dissonance is when you have one little piece of information that tells you, for example, let's say you learned earlier in your life that someone lied to you. And you use that little bit of information to use that as a support and evidence to say that everybody's going to lie to you eventually. So you sabotage yourself by saying these lies to yourself. And the reason that people do that, like things like people are always going to lie to you, that sort of thing, is that if you tell yourself you're going to be let down and you're let down, people will say, well, I'm less disappointed, or I feel less let down because I already expected it to happen. But if it doesn't happen, then I'm pleasantly surprised. Truth is, that is one of the self-sabotage specialties, is assuming that you're always going to kind of get screwed over, or that people are eventually going to disappoint you. So that's the first self-sabotage specialty. It's called cognitive dissonance. The second one, which comes up a lot, is procrastination, which means you just keep putting things off until the last minute. Now, the people who I know who do this procrastination honestly tell themselves the lie that if they wait and do it to the last minute when they're under the gun, that they actually do better work. Now, trust me, that is bullshit, okay? Because now you're doing a bunch of work in a really small period of time, and you're stressing yourself the hell out. Nobody does their best work under those circumstances. But what happens is you tell yourself, I'm probably not going to do very well on this, so I'm just not going to do it at all. I'm going to put it off. And then honestly, you really don't do your best because you put it off until the end. So that's a self-sabotage specialty number 2. Number 3 is actually the one that I do, which is perfectionism, which is that I'm going to keep putting this off until it looks completely perfect, right? So I'm not going to finish this book until it's perfect and put it out. I am not going to publish this website. I'm not going to make this video today until I know that it's absolutely perfect. Well, guess what? You can put something out there so that it is out there, and you can perfect it over time. Now, do you want to make sure that it's a decent product? Sure. But it doesn't have to be perfect to put it out there, and telling yourself that it does and keep putting it off until it is perfect is number 3 self-sabotage specialty. And the last one, number 4, is overcommitment. So overcommitting yourself means that you say yes to everybody and everything, and then you're exhausted, because if you say yes to everybody and everything, you're pretty much saying no to yourself. And then you feel resentful and angry and irritable and tired because you have no time for yourself. But honestly, you're the one who's made those commitments because you don't know how to say no. And guess what, guys? No in itself is a complete sentence. You don't owe anybody anything. So if you tell someone says, can you come to my party tonight? And you just say no, you don't owe them an explanation of why or have to have a really, really good reason. You can just say no because you want to put yourself first for the night. So in general, I'm going to give you two things that people need to start to bring themselves through some cognitive distortions and some self-sabotage. One is that I would recommend that you have an audience, right? Somebody that supports you, that you can say, hey, when I start to do this, because I recognize this is my self-sabotage specialty, that they will be that friend or that person that will kind of kick you in the butt and be a little bit real with you and say, what are you doing? You're doing that perfectionism thing again. Just get it out there. And number two is you want to build in some rewards for yourself. And what I mean by this is if you, for example, are somebody who, so you're a procrastinator, but you really just like binge watching 2.5 Men, which is what I love to binge watch. I'll watch those episodes over and over again because I've memorized them. Just give yourself that reward. Say, I will do whatever it is I have to do, clean this bathroom or whatever, and then I will give myself the reward of when I get that done, then I can watch 5 shows in a row. And then then you can kind of reset it and do something else. So build in a reward and make sure that you have sort of a buddy who's going to keep you honest. So those are two very brief things. The actual quiz, the What's Your Self-Sabotage Specialty quiz, is on the first page of my website, beckbeccnelson.com. Please also go onto Amazon and check out my book because it is published. It is called Cut the Shit. And I'm very excited to hear from you guys. I want to know what you think. And please subscribe and like these videos and comment. I would appreciate it. Thanks.